From Asgard to Middle-earth, the realm of folklore, mythology, and narrative fiction overflows with enchanting and mystical locales. Surprisingly, there are real-world places that surpass the wonder of these fictional realms. These are magical spots that defy belief in their actual existence. Lake Baikal takes the 14th spot on this list. Situated just a few miles north of Mongolia, it stands as the oldest lake on the planet, boasting an impressive age of 25 million years. Its acclaim is well-deserved, not just due to its age, but also because it holds the title of the deepest known lake by volume. Plummeting to a depth of 1641 meters, Lake Baikal astonishingly harbors 20% of the world's frozen freshwater. The lake owes its colossal size to the Earth's crust, which, when pulled apart in a rift valley, laid the groundwork for this vast water expanse. Lake Baikal stretches an impressive 49 miles in width and spans 395 miles in length. The ice covering its surface is exceptionally clear, allowing onlookers to peer 40 meters down into the pristine, crystal-clear waters. This lake isn't just filled with cold water. It also houses 27 mostly uninhabitable islands, often referred to as the Galapagos of Russia. Interestingly, Lake Baikal receives the inflow of 300 rushing lakes, but only has one outlet. Surprisingly, there are tribes residing on the lake's east side, where they raise cattle to endure the harsh winters. Lake Baikal is truly remarkable, and it seems even aliens are fascinated by it. UFO sightings over the lake have been reported regularly, continuing to this day. Perhaps the fame of this vast lake has spread farther than initially believed. Now, let's shift to a peculiar topic. The photograph captures a curious and enigmatic location hidden deep within an Asian desert, fueling the imaginations of conspiracy theorists for years. This unusual mountain shape, situated in the midst of the sand, occasionally reveals a mysterious bright light without any apparent reason. Scientific theories propose a connection to bioluminescence, a phenomenon similar to bright lights in water. More unconventional theories suggest an extraterrestrial origin for the light. What are your thoughts? Regardless, it stands as one of the most magical and mysterious places on Earth. Moving on, we have number 13, De la de Uyuni in Bolivia. This site hosts the world's largest mirror, the Solar de Uyuni. The surreal landscape mirrors the sky, thanks to Mother Nature and copious amounts of salt. The ground is covered with layers of salt, reaching depths of up to 10 meters, squeezed between sedimentary deposits. The expansive area, spanning 10,582 kilometers, contains an estimated 10 billion tons of salt. This colossal mirror can even be observed from space, making it an ideal spot for photography and a sought-after resource for companies worldwide. Beneath the salt flat lies about 70% of the world's lithium reserves. If you're unfamiliar, lithium is a crucial component in the operation of laptops, smartphones, and electric cars. Given that nearly everyone in the modern world possesses at least one of these devices, the demand for this resource is undeniably high. Moving on to number 12, Lake Retba in Senegal. Witnessing a lake transition from regular murky water to a pink hue might typically signal an injury or something bleeding into the water. However, this is not always the case. Before you rush to seek help, acquaint yourself with Lake Retba and its algae companions. Unlike most lakes, Lake Retba in Senegal boasts salt content 10 times higher than that of the ocean's water. Despite sounding unpleasant to ingest or come in contact with, this high salt content fosters the growth of algae in the lake. The algae, in turn, causes a captivating shift in the water's color, creating a stunning spectacle with pink hues unexpectedly enhancing nature. Catching this phenomenon requires some luck, as the lighting conditions need to be just right. To witness the vibrant pink hues in their full glory, the best time to visit is during the dry season when the sun is at its zenith. Fortunately, swimming in the pink waters is entirely safe, so feel free to bring along a wetsuit. Number 11 takes us to Antelope Canyon in Arizona, where you can observe the remarkable outcome of wind and water-carving sandstone. This canyon's dramatic structure, resembling something out of a movie, is truly mind-blowing. The interplay of light on the intricately carved sandstone provides a captivating visual experience and an excellent opportunity for photographers. However, these delicate structures require careful preservation. To ensure the longevity of this natural beauty, there are a few rules in place. Climbing or drawing on the sandstone is strictly prohibited, a commendable measure to prevent poorly drawn graffiti from marring the landscape and to avoid potential accidents in remote areas. While Antelope Canyon is a breathtaking must-see, its narrow confines make it challenging for an ambulance to reach you in case of an emergency. It's astonishing to consider that nature alone crafted such a spectacle. After marveling at Antelope Canyon, why not explore nearby attractions like Lake Powell or Horseshoe Bend? These are just a couple of the many natural wonders found in the vicinity. Number 10 brings us to Zhuangzi National Forest Park in China. Despite Avatar being the highest-grossing movie globally, few would have suspected that the 2009 sci-fi film was inspired by an actual location. Zhuangzi National Forest Park will truly amaze you with its enchanting scenery. Fans of the movie will recognize the uncanny resemblance between the floating Hallelujah Mountains in the fictional film and the pillar-like rocks in this national park in China's Hunan province. The only notable difference is that the real-life formations aren't floating. This park's natural beauty, with its overwhelming features, transports you to another world. Director James Cameron and production designers openly acknowledge drawing inspiration from the peculiar rocks in the Hunan province for the fictional world of Pandora, also earning a spot on the list, though the peculiarly shaped rocks result from years of erosion through expanding ice and natural growth. The unique rock formations emerged through this natural process. The link between the park and the Hollywood film was solidified when a 3,504-foot quartz sandstone pillar was officially renamed Avatar or Hallelujah Mountain in January 2010. Moving on to number 9, the Baffin Bay Explorer. Pond Inlet is a breathtaking place that can turn even those who typically dislike the cold into admirers of every moment spent there. Known as one of Canada's jewels of the north, the Inuit community atop Baffin Island is surrounded by mountain ranges, making it one of the most picturesque places globally. While many have local parks in their vicinity, the people of Pond Inlet are just a short snowmobile ride away from icebergs. If you're seeking an encounter with the colder side of life, this is the perfect destination. Countless glaciers, ice caves to explore, and grand inlets, though likely too cold for even the warm-blooded, await those who venture to this frigid paradise. Number 8 takes us to Morning Glory Pool in Wyoming's Yellowstone National Park. This pool resembles a stunning entrance to the underworld with its peculiar blue hue, earning it the name due to its likeness to the morning glory flower, which shares the same deep blue. The thermophilic bacteria, thriving in the warm waters from underground thermal vents, is the reason behind this iconic blue color. The seemingly bottomless pit at the pool's center attracts tourists eager to witness this peculiar natural phenomenon. However, the continuous tossing of coins and other debris into the pool has caused issues. This careless behavior blocked the thermal vents and lowered the water temperature, allowing invasive bacteria to contaminate the cooling waters. The result is a tainted pool with a grim ring of red and yellow now visible around its edges, highlighting how humans can unintentionally harm fragile natural beauty. Number 7 brings us to the world's largest climb, Mount Kenya, a Hawaiian volcano. If you're seeking a tall mountain to conquer while enjoying the beauty of Hawaii, this is the ideal choice. Whether you're into a challenging climb or prefer cycling, Mount Kenya offers an exciting adventure away from the usual sunbathing routine. If you're intrigued, cycling up this Hawaiian volcano is considered one of the most challenging cycling ascents globally, a title it truly deserves. Starting from the beach in Hilo and making your way up the 10,000-meter-high mountain summit entails a staggering 70-kilometer journey. Also known as White Mountain, Mount Kenya boasts the distinction of being the tallest mountain on the entire planet, standing at 10,000 meters. The journey to the summit is rewarding, offering breathtaking views when you gaze out over the world from its lofty peak. At such a height above the clouds, it feels like you're just a small climb away from entering space. Number 6 takes us to Happy Magic in China. When a swimming venue created for the Olympic Games transforms into a water park afterward, you can expect some impressive slides. The Beijing Water Cube. Water Park in China ranks among the capital's most visited tourist spots, second only to the famous Great Wall. Built for the 2008 Summer Olympics, the Water Cube, with a capacity of 6,000 people, is the largest of its kind in China. It's an ideal family day out, providing a perfect escape from the sometimes scorching summer heat. With countless slides scattered around the water park, including mesmerizing aquatube body slides, there's plenty of fun to be had. The Water Cube also offers additional entertainment beyond slides, including music and other forms of amusement. Number 5 brings us to bioluminescent waters in the Maldives. If you're traveling the world and find yourself on a foreign beach that glows in the dark, you might mistakenly think there's been a chemical spill or that aliens are descending upon you. However, the reality is safe and natural. Found in the water surrounding islands in the Maldives, this natural phenomenon, created by bioluminescent plankton in warm coastal waters, may startle you at first, but it's a fascinating and harmless spectacle. The enchanting blue glow as the waves crash onto the shore is a truly magical spectacle, illuminating your path for a delightful nightly stroll. Some even opt for a kayak adventure at sea to fully immerse themselves in the enchanting ocean, envisioning a scene where the sea shines as brightly as the stars in the night sky. If this sounds like an experience you'd love, your best option is to journey to the expansive Mud Hoodoo Islands in the picturesque Maldives. Number 4 brings us to the Airplane Hotel in Costa Rica. While you might be accustomed to sleeping on a plane mid-flight, how about resting in one perched 50 feet high amidst Costa Rica's natural landscape? For $260 a night, this unique hotel suite in a stationary Boeing 727 offers a reality that may seem like the plane met an unfortunate end. However, it's all part of the plan at Hotel Costa Verde, nestled in Manuel National Park, Campos, Costa Rica. This is an ideal spot for adventurous travelers seeking an unconventional experience, waking up inside this plane. Perhaps you're contemplating dinner while stranded in a jungle far from catching your own meal. Fear not, as the organizers have another plane with a restaurant carved into it, aptly named the Cockpit Cottage. Although being 50 feet in the air, one hopes the plane is securely fastened. Number 3 takes us to AP Island, a collection of exotic islands surrounded by beautiful beaches, clear waters, and stunning rock formations. Leonardo DiCaprio has ties to these Southeast Asian islands, only a short speedboat ride away from Phuket in Thailand. This place is like a fairy tale, gaining immense popularity among both tourists and locals. The islands rose to fame when the film The Beach, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, was shot on Maya Bay. These islands offer everything nature enthusiasts and beach lovers could desire, with 6 islands comprising the P Islands, the main ones being Pepe, Don, and Pula, devoid of human inhabitants and sharks. For diving enthusiasts, these islands are renowned as one of the most popular diving spots globally. With warm waters and an abundance of fish, there's much to marvel at beneath the waves, including the mesmerizing sight of whale sharks visible even at night. The list of reasons to visit is truly endless. Number 2 brings us to the Wave in Arizona, resembling the surface of another planet with its almost hypnotically unique landscape. It's easy to understand why the Wave is such a sought-after spot for tourists. Beyond its aesthetic appeal, this rocky natural beauty surprisingly harbors dinosaur tracks. The delicate layers constituting the site are sandstones of varying shades, brick red and golden yellow, carved out over thousands of years through water erosion. Visiting requires a fair share of luck, as entry is allowed only with a permit. Due to the site's popularity, there's concern about potential damage from large crowds. Obtaining a permit involves applying months in advance, with only 20 permits issued per day, adding an element of competition, especially considering the 4-hour, 5.5-mile hike to reach the Wave. Number 1 takes us to Fingal Cave on the Isle of Staffa in Scotland, famously associated with the myth of an Irish giant's construction in the 3rd century, as per Gaelic mythology. However, the more plausible explanation is that an explosion over 60 million years ago shaped the distinctive hexagon columns of black basalt. Fingal Cave has attracted tourists from various places, inspiring renowned artists and musicians. German composer Felix Mendelssohn, despite enduring seasickness during his visit in August 1829, found inspiration for his famous composition, Hebrides Overture in Gal's Cave. The illustrious artist William Turner also drew inspiration from the cave, creating one of his most famous paintings, Staffa Fingal's Cave 1832. So, Besides appreciating its mythical charm, a visit might leave you inspired to create a cultural masterpiece, or possibly just feeling a bit seasick. If you're itching to travel, which place from this list would you visit first? Let us know in the